Star Fox Zero completely sucks. Star Fox Zero is another pretentious game out of the Star Fox universe. This is really the worst Star Fox game in history. Um, it's still a tiny bit better than Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is really awful. Nobody played it. It had great dislike. Completely low scores from bats. Completely awful scores. And we'll get these Metacritic scores. It has a 71 on Metacritic. That is a absolutely travesty score. It's not 100, so of course it's an absolute travesty score. Giant Bomb, which they gave it a 40, which 40, absolutely a completely low score. All this world will have been welcome into the early 2000, but the years of disappointing follow-ups in the overall progressive industry standards leads to Star Fox Zero having impacted HD re-release rather than having a full sequel. Being able to beat the game in 2 to 3 hours does not help, no matter how many flashy, faster, and lackluster challenge missions are included. Even the moment-to-moment action doesn't have anywhere near the impact it had almost 2 decades ago, and its limited style gameplay has dated in 2016. Okay, that guy is completely right. He completely was right on the money. I was gonna talk about the graphics. The graphics are so terrible. Like compared to the let's say the Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 had graphics that looked like an early that looked like Windows 8 game or Fallout 4. Those games had good graphics. It was realistic. And Star Fox Zero tried to be like all those realistic games. It tries to be like all those realistic games. It's always the same thing. Star Fox has always been the same thing. You guys haven't realized it. Ever since the original Star Fox for the NES, it has been the same thing ever since then. Which that means it was always the same thing. But now let's talk about the controls. The controls are so completely awful. Like, it's gimmicky. It's boring. The controls are so awful. It's gimmicky controls. It requires you to move your gamepad to move your spaceship, thus we can see the view. Basically, it's pretty gimmicky, and you really have limited view in the game. Don't really have much view, which of course I knew. People were saying, "Oh, there's no motion controls," but I knew from the start that this game had motion controls. Motion controls suck. They're completely outdated in 2016. Who do I move the hand to play a game? That's like I'm glad that the games like Splatoon have the option not to use motion controls because motion controls suck. They're so awful. Only idiots who only the same sheep who buy Just Dance every year are the people who care about motion controls. The same sheep who buy Just Dance every year. But I also got Lazy Gamer's review. He gave us 69. A 69! He gave this Star Fox poops a 69 out of 100. While Star Fox Zero offers something similar dogfights with unique control scheme that actually makes motion controls. Oh, the motion controls never work to games. We got Dragon Ball for the Kinect. Completely awful and terrible game. The motion controls don't work. Or Steel Battalion Heavy Armor, the controls don't work. See, like, the gameplay does not work at all. The game doesn't work at all. And you say that motion controls work? It's highest highs that went down too frequently by repetitive, mundane rail segments. That sort of freedom, that's not the freedom that the game gives even sword posts. Let's talk about how boring Star Fox Zero actually is. Star Fox Zero is just a cakewalk. It really just is. It's like the difficulty is way too easy. It's way too easy with the only hard thing, the only challenge in this game is the controls. That's the only challenge in this game is the controls. And now we're talking about all the boring side quests. Nobody cares about these side quests. It's because Star Fox has always been the same thing. Like nobody wants to play a bunch of extra side quests that don't do anything. Um, the challenge missions, the side quests are boring, the lackluster. Just the movie that's boring. There's the multiple paths like in Star Fox 64. Um, this game was there's nothing new. There's nothing introduced. It's basically a Star Fox 64 remastered, if you can just call it that, because that's basically what Star Fox Zero is. No wonder why the Wii was failing. It's because games like Star Fox Zero keep releasing for it. Games that nobody cares about. Star Fox. You know what I call Star Fox? Dead Fox, because Star Fox is a dead IP. Even Destiny is more interesting than Star Fox Zero. Freaking Destiny! And Destiny is one of the most boring, overhyped releases of 2014. And that game is still better than Star Fox Zero. It's still less boring than Star Fox Zero. But I will talk about, but when I was talking about the characters, characters are just all way forgettable. It's the same Star Fox cast we see since 1992. Star Fox is really a bunch of outdated and crappy games. Nobody plays Star Fox. Nobody cares for Star Fox. Star Fox completely sucks as a game. Nobody really cares for Star Fox. The other game is better than Star Fox. Let's play Dark Souls 3. That game is a challenge compared to the cakewalk known as Star Fox Zero. Dark Souls 3 is it's a challenging game. It's a hard game. It's a game that people will play. And remember, it has very memorable characters, great graphics, great gameplay, unique bosses, unique enemies. Unlike Star Fox Zero, it has boring enemies. Just buy any other system. We all know the PS4 is the worst, but the Wii U. What games did the Wii U even have in 2016? Zelda, the same game over again, the same game since Ocarina of Time. Star Fox, the same game since 1993. Pokémon Tournament, a Tekken ripoff. Nobody's gonna buy these, and when Zelda for Wii U, we have no gameplay footage, and we have no instant gameplay footage except for the same thing we see over and over and over again. And let's not forget Paper Mario Color Splash. That's right. Paper Mario Color Splash, it looks like it's one of the worst games of this year, besides Star Wars The Force Awakens the game. This game is Star Fox Zero and the Wii U. Really, nobody's gonna buy it past 2016. Because really, who plays the Wii U? It's for the proof that nobody even cares for the Wii U. The Nintendo NX is gonna be announced in a couple of days. That's right, a couple of days the NX is gonna be announced. So that means the Wii U is gonna be dead. Everybody's gonna be pre-ordering the NX. Nobody's gonna be buying the Wii U anymore. It's because the Wii U is an old system with trashy graphics compared to the PS4 and Xbox One. Like, if you want to buy a game console, let's go buy a PS4 and Xbox One. You don't need the same games over it that we had since the 80s and 90s. Star Fox Zero, more like poop, turd, Piro.